Sweet love, sweet love.
The Humble Finessors on air with Abe and Dylan Sesco.
Sweet, sweet love.
I wish she said it.
I bet you did.
Sweet love. Sweet love.
Yeah. Well, you know, like getting my dick sucked.
You starved.
Throw me in jail.
You starved for it? You starved?
Not quite.
Not quite.
No, I'll be all right.
You be all right?
Be okay.
Wonderful.
Anyways.
How's it going?
I'm doing great. How about
Why are you
yourself?
staring at me like that, bro?
I'm not staring at shit.
Everything cool?
You tell me.
I'm doing fine.
I'm doing good.
I'm peachy keen.
Yeah.
Somebody deliver this guy a box of Pringles.
Immediately. So I can stop having heathens come over and eat all my food. All right? Cool.
You want to introduce the show? Who wants to introduce the show? This is the Humble Finessors podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We are recording.
We are. No. It's all good. You think we've had fucking worse ways to kick off a show than today?
Episode 54.
Yeah.
All right?
Let me do like these guys and fucking hold it so I can be fancy too.
Yeah.
Talk to you guys.
You know, I might move around. I might walk around the room, talk to the crowd, do some crowd work. You know what I mean?
Is that right?
Yeah. Live studio audience. You know what I mean?
All right.
How you guys doing? All right. So, Ave, you had a pressing topic.
Yeah.
That you were.
So we were gonna keep this
interested
off
in.
real light. We were. I was gearing up.
Light.
You know.
When?
Well, no. Well, you know, I had a few topics that I spouted off to you guys through the text messages. You know what I'm saying, that we have. You know, so we can converse on topics and actually have, you know, relevant things to talk to you guys about rather than just sit here with our dicks in our hands. You know what I'm saying? But
Some people might pay good money for that, though.
feels fucking the porno. But yeah. So you brought to my attention the young lady who was murdered at BART. Nia Wilson was her name.
Tragic story.
Her sister was also injured in the scuffle. I don't know, you know, the full details of it.
Yeah, I don't even think it was a scuffle. I think it was just a cold-hearted
Murder.
Yeah,
Attack.
just
Unprovoked attack.
terrorist attack, basically.
Pretty much, right? You know, if you could classify anything as terrorism, you know, people are probably have some kind of terror in them right now for riding the BART transit system. I'd like to say R.I.P. to Don Stevens, who was also murdered at the BART.
Oh, that was the other incident?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that one. I just heard there was an incident, but I don't know what happened.
Would you say there was 3 incidences in the last week?
Last week.
Last week, 3 deaths on BART?
Yep.
Or related to BART?
Yeah. So Don Stevens was found with head injuries. So he was probably, you know,
Bludgeoned.
right, beaten, you know, by some young fuck, some crazy senile bum. Who knows?
Or he slipped on a needle.
Sure, who knows? Maybe he was a heroin addict and he fucking bumped his own head and died. I'm making light of the story. R.I.P. Don Stevens. Right. Gerald Bisbee, 51, was found dead in his home from an infection related to being injured at a BART by getting into a scuffle. So that's 2.
It's going down in BART.
Yeah. And now we have Nia Wilson, who's an 18-year-old. Doesn't matter the race. Just matters that she was still a kid. She was stabbed in the neck. I hate the fact that I have to be like, she was a black girl. And she was stabbed by a white dude. Right? I hate the fact that I have to say that.
Yeah.
Right? But
have they said a motive yet? Like, has he said anything, or was it like a racially motivated thing? I mean, I lean towards it because it's reminiscent of the Portland attack, like last year, the year before.
yeah. I remember that.
It was the same thing. It was on public transit, and they just started stabbing people or whatever. So I mean, maybe because it's reminiscent of that. So I mean, but because this is the thing, everyone sort of instantly is like, "Oh, she was killed because she was black," and nobody knows the facts.
Right. Well, they now have pictures of the dude dressed like he's one of the skinheads.
Oh, really?
So
Oh, yeah,
I
okay.
would say it was racially profiling.
Yeah,
or
no,
racially motivated.
I would assume.
I don't like
But-
I don't like going on those standards though. When you told me, about her being stabbed in the neck,
Yeah.
the first thing I'm thinking is some.
Well, her sister got stabbed as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, her sister got hit too.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
thing is, it was just them stabbed. It's not like he went on a stabbing spree,
Right.
And just got everyone around them.
Right. It also doesn't doesn't bode well for me because we're off on the BART, right? Bird, you're off.
I'm on BART
right.
multiple times per week, and I'm telling you right now, BART is, you got to be on your toes.
Right.
Yeah.
I got into a nasty fight last year on BART.
Yeah. I remember you calling me and telling me about that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Picking dude's tooth out of my hand for a long time.
Right. Yeah. Well, the first step would be
Self-snitching.
to
I'm just kidding.
clean
I'm
up
just
BART
kidding.
though, right? Clean it up, right? Maybe hire some uniformed officers that aren't uniformed to sit on the BART trains, right?
Well, we both know it's never going to happen.
Never gonna
We know that that's what's needed. Obviously, there's so many attacks on BART in and about. There's been murders every year, and so many times people or the families are asking for the cameras. And constantly there's, the cameras are fake.
Yeah, that's insane.
2 years ago, they got $70 million to upgrade their camera systems.
They're still fake.
So you guys either kept fake cameras or bought fake cameras.
Yeah.
One of the two.
That sounds like a good way to use
how
the
many
taxpayers'
BART
money.
employees have died in the last 5 years? Clearly,
Yeah.
death is not something it's not even a speed bump in their business.
No.
No.
Yeah, see, my whole thing was, and this is fucked up to think, but I was hoping the whole time, you know what? Fuck, bro. I hope this isn't racially motivated. After finding out it was a white dude. What was his name?
Who fuck his name?
John Lee Cowell. Sounds like a nigger hating white guy, doesn't it? No? Maybe?
I feel like you could say any white name sounds like that.
No, well, no. I mean, but like
Say the name one more time.
If you
Say the name one more time.
John Lee Cowell. Is that
Fuck.
I mean that sounds like a buck
Lee?
knife version, right?
I was just gonna say that sounds like a knife.
Yeah.
A Lee after any first name.
You're
sounds
pretty
If you're not Asian.
I was just gonna say, if you're not Asian,
Where's your Confederate flag?
Yeah.
Right? But just to get off that, I like really wanted it to not be racially motivated because we don't need this shit right now, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
it's gonna
saying?
keep
Well, BART
popping up,
does.
though.
Well, everybody, but this is the ongoing dilemma right now in the country. Middle-aged
Yeah.
white women we talk about every weekend calling the police on some teenagers or profiling, right?
Yeah.
But now we got this going on, and my whole thing is like it is what it is,
Well,
shit
the
happens.
Racists feel empowered right now.
I would love to think that, but it's because we're here that we think that way. If we were in Alabama, we would already know what it is. They're still lynching black people out there.
No,
They've been doing that since before the presidency.
I'm saying they're a little bolder right now
because of the presidency.
Yeah, they feel like they're in power. I mean, it's 100%. It's showing that racial things are flaring up. And they've been flaring
but crime
up.
rates, as you pointed out on another podcast before, it's down since.
It always goes down as long as society keeps growing. I'm not as fast as it should be because we don't divert the money into the right places.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's just the trend of a surviving or thriving society is usually the bad stuff starts to go down.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's such a wealth disparity now that it's going to be flaring up a lot. It's
Right.
probably going to be flaring up more and more unless, we do something about it.
There's so many huge conflicts going on, but if we can argue about whether the tragedy on BART in the last week was justified, whether it's through digging up some photos on Instagram or whatever, if we can just all focus on these things
Oh, sure.
You know what I mean?
But you know,
and it's and to my point is if Bart, because you brought up something that there was some photos brought up,
sure,
about her character before she passed, about she happened to be into guns, and she was taking photos with guns.
Sure.
So I think it's in Bart's best interest to try and find things like that, so it takes any spotlight off of them.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, but it's still. I mean, it's still. You know, sure, I can take the whole BART route, but
I mean, how many people have died off?
But this is there's not always deaths on the BART where the news is portraying a young minority.
Well, we have to understand BART has a lot more policing abilities than most people that don't live in the East Bay would understand. BART police are just like cops 2 miles, if I'm not mistaken, outside of BART. So if there's even a raid that's happening in those in that mileage, BART police will be assisting that city in the raid.
Yeah.
So I mean,
but no, I'm just saying, like on a grand scheme of the United States. Sure, BART wants to cover their ass, so putting out visuals of her holding weapons is probably in their best interest. But yes, that still doesn't, clean up the fact that the news are the ones who published those pictures and had them circulating around the web for everyone to see now. So, and I've always been critical of the news. This is before Trump. Always. When they can dictate how someone else is supposed to feel about another person dying, it's fully in their grasp to do that.
Has BART released a statement?
I'm sure it's going to come in the coming days. I haven't read any headlines about it.
That's pretty sick.
This is the thing. Just to play devil's advocate.
Sure.
What could BART have done in this particular situation?
Well,
it was a fucking psychopath.
He was caught on BART again. So obviously, if there was any type of facial recognition like there is all over everywhere, that could have been one. If there was any type of policing,
that's a pretty grand scheme.
If there was any type of policing,
that's
he was called in by somebody who was like, "Hey, I think the guy that was stabbing folks earlier is on the fucking platform."
Right.
So it's not like a BART official because he had to get through kiosks. But
so you're saying more staff?
I'm saying absolutely. That's bare minimum.
Well, I mean, fuck. Don't get $70 million, not spend it on cameras. How about it?
No,
how about it? That's.
I guarantee their parking lots.
This is where I'm coming from. I always talk about treating the disease, not the symptom.
Sure.
And I feel like just putting more police on the platform, you're just gonna have more Oscar grants. You're gonna have more shit like that. When the bigger problem is racially motivated individuals, mental health issues,
that's more or less
access to weapons. Not in this particular case, but in some cases, I see the bigger picture problems that if we helped those ones, unlike economics, I think it will trickle down, right?
Well, we can be honest with each other though. MacArthur isn't the fucking greatest platform to be standing on. You know what I'm saying? Or
he was on the BART train with him from, if I'm not mistaken, Concord. He was on the train with them for at least, let's just say,
so he was like building
minutes.
up courage or some shit. Like,
sure,
only God knows.
And if he was racist, he's probably annoyed by them. Just getting annoyed, getting
They're
angry.
Loud. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows whatever motivated him to fucking
I'm just saying. I look at the bigger picture, and I feel like if we just put more cops there, it's just going to be more deaths, more stupid shit going on, more in the interim. Sure. More staff, more things like that. But I just feel like the bigger problem
I've seen some crazy shit.
Yeah.
If you think about a BART train can hold, I think, 65 to 80 people or something like that. Mm-hmm. And if there's 10 cars, let's just do the math.
Yeah.
And there's one conductor.
Yeah.
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 Where does the BART tracks follow?
I rarely see
the BART tracks follows. The BART tracks follows the railroad tracks. What follows the railroad tracks in any fucking city?
Yeah.
So what I see on BART on a daily basis is if anybody was to be looking for any crime and to like hello, it's right there.
Yeah.
It's simple.
Yeah.
It's simple. You know what I mean? They ramp up prices all the time. They're constantly ramping up this and doing this, and they do absolutely nothing.
Yeah. I mean, the whole East Bay is riddled with impoverished communities anyways.
Exactly.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And then there's...
Why provide a service? Why protect anybody?
Yeah, the East Bay...
A homeless can die. Or anybody.
Yeah.
If let's say you're doing drugs, the fact that you would have the time to be able to do an amount... Do you know how many people overdose on BART a day?
Yeah. I just literally, last week, I was driving in San Francisco. I was on Market Street. And you know when the lane split and has the Muni platform? Pull up at the red light. Muni platform is like 1 foot from my window.
Right.
There's a guy standing right there. So literally I could have reached out and touched him, like getting his needle ready.
Oh, yeah.
Just broad daylight, right? Like literally where you are.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at this guy getting his needle ready.
Yeah.
And
don't call the police on him, though. Call the police on a child.
Exactly, right?
Slanging waters.
Those are like the bigger issues is minorities, especially black people.
Right.
It's like in so many people's psyches that they're just more dangerous.
Well, it doesn't help when they turn on their news and they see the same victim looking like they were the person that did the harm.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right?
Can you imagine if you were deaf without subtitles and you were just watching the news?
Oh, dude. You'd be deathly afraid of black people.
I'm saying just on this topic alone.
Latin American
You'd see the guy.
Yeah.
And then you'd see Instagram photos of this woman with 8 or 9 gun. If you were deaf and you were she shot him.
Well, I mean, just think about coming to this country and not knowing the language, dude. You're deaf.
Thank you.
You might as well be deaf, dude. And you're walking around with a chip on your shoulder and holding onto your Dooney and Burke bag in fear of your life because a black dude is standing next to you. But this is like the biggest thing that got me was the fact that they did print a photo. They had a photo. You said something earlier about having was it you? You said something about having a graduation photo, right? Or a prom picture, right?
Driver's license.
They had that.
Driver's license.
They had that. They dug to find her with images with pistols. And then when I would like to like, cause me, I can give a fuck if she was holding a gun on every single picture, right? So I put out there on the text, the fact that they're portraying a case for her phone as a gun, right? But it was easier for you to go on her Instagram and find the photos of her guns, holding guns. Mm. The only reason why may even tempt you to see those images is because the news puts it on Front Street.
Yeah. Well, I'm morbid anyways, so whenever something crazy happens, I always like to creep on these people's social medias. I'll do it for anybody. Any crazy story or like someone who passed away, it's just like a morbid curiosity. I'll look at their last post and be like, damn, that's crazy. Because when I saw her IG, she still had stories that, they disappear in 24 hours. But the stories were still up. Damn. And she was at like a pool party with her sister that got stabbed. And it was like a morbid curiosity. And I was just like, damn,
well, not so much for your morbid curiosity, but more or less for the people at home that already see black people in a dim light, right? So my whole thing is whatever credibility the girl had, she's gone now, but whatever credibility she had, the news tarnished it.
Yeah.
So people at home that felt a little bit of, reluctant to say, well, I don't know the full story. Well, maybe she came from a broken home. Them showing images of her with the weapon pretty much clears that up now.
If I'm not mistaken, she didn't come from a broken home. Her father was very much in the picture.
Right.
Worked at the hospital.
Right.
If I'm not mistaken, she did as well.
Yeah, that video of him crying is fucking heartbreaking.
Thank you, KTVU. Thank you.
He said, if I'm not mistaken, that he worked at the hospital and he saw these things every day, and he never thought it'd be his daughter and stuff. And so I'm glad there are something.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Nah, it's just tragic, and however many pictures she had with guns, it doesn't matter. I have pictures with guns. I have videos of me shooting guns.
Sure.
I don't think I
They'll
deserve
find
to get
those,
stabbed.
Sco.
Yeah, I don't
They'll
think
find
I
those.
deserve to get stabbed.
But you know what though? You got the lighter shade of brown.
Yeah.
So if you were hurt, they probably wouldn't dig those up on you, player. You're good.
Yeah, they'll find a nice smiling picture.
Yeah. Hugging your mom.
Yeah. And my only thing, so in the group text, my only thing is, like I had mentioned, I like sticking to the facts because I think it makes your cause stronger, right?
Sure.
So it wasn't there's a meme going around that's saying she was holding up a phone case, but it wasn't.
Right.
Like she really has pictures with guns.
With guns, sure.
But that's fine. That doesn't, that doesn't justify anything.
Right.
But this is why that bothers me. First of all, I don't like fake memes because I feel like I feel like that's a huge issue with our community or our society right now. But also because like a racist person that'll like justify it for them because they'll be like, oh, they're making up fake memes. See, blah blah blah. I just stick to the facts and they have nothing on you.
Right.
Because the facts are people of color get shown in a different light in media.
The facts are Frank Somerville comes out with a heartfelt message after the picture's posted.
I mean, he didn't choose the picture.
Well,
I don't want to attack one of the good ones.
No,
I think he's one of the good ones.
I don't think he is. But he comes out with a heartfelt message apologizing to the family for that photo being circulated by their news outlet. This is the thing. If you're a credible reporter, if you're a credible fucking, you write for the Daily News, that's all good. But you said stick to the facts, right?
Yeah.
Them posting a picture of her with guns isn't sticking to any facts other than trying to draw a narrative. They want opinions swayed a different way.
Yeah. I mean, Frank Somerville didn't do that.
He didn't have anything to do with that? He didn't.
I don't think he went and dug up the picture and chose the picture and said, use this picture. I mean, if he did, he did, but
he didn't give the heartfelt message afterwards?
Oh, he did, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll probably just pin this to him because he may have had a call in it. So why I don't have any other faces. Do you? Do you have the names of anybody else I could probably call out?
No, but I mean, I think that's kind of unfair.
That's cool. That's cool. I think what the news does is unfair. So
it is often is, but
right. In that sense, I'll pinpoint and say, since he was the one who gave the heartfelt message apologizing to the family, he probably knew before that picture was released that it was going to be released and said nothing about it. And who's to say he did say something about it because we weren't there, just like we weren't there when she was stabbed. So we don't know the facts, but the facts are this is what happens with the news every fucking time a minority dies. So it's fitting that someone of his stature would know that that's going to be released. And it's even more fitting that he felt some way about it after he apologized to the family. So my whole thing is we've gotten into debate before about the news lying, right, or fake news. I'm not gonna use that because then you're immediately pinpointed to the piece of shit that is our president, right? So all I'm going to say is, they might as well lie. They might as well. They already paint the picture for everyone else. You think these motherfuckers in Central California give a fuck about anything after they see that gun picture? No. That paints the picture. And this happens every time. Every time. The DA isn't, mediating and going back and forth with another lawyer and a judge talking about painting, a victim as a criminal to sway the jury. This is the news trying to sway. How many people do you think watch the news? So, like with me, I mean, it kind of like this just drives the point home more about why they might as well lie. They're already drawing conclusions for everyone else in their minds. Them telling whatever truth they have in their minds is fine, but if you're making up people's minds by posting pictures of a chick who just got killed with guns, why not?
Yeah, who's to say BART's not a huge financer or a huge who's to say? And if they're so wrapped up into the police, that says that they're wrapped up in a lot more than we could ever know.
I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to. You know what I'm saying? But this weighed heavy on my mind all day long. You guys see. You guys feel it. Tension.
Yeah, I feel like you're attacking me when I agree with you. I just disagree with how it gets there.
No. I'm not attacking you. But it didn't. You know, the thing about it is me pulling a story and being like, oh shit, now they're portraying her to be whatever she is, drawing, shining the light on her holding guns. It was this easy for you to come up with the pictures on her Instagram profile with guns. So I'm not.
I'd already looked at it.
But I'm not pinpointing you though. I'm not pinpointing you. I'm saying,
like I said, because I didn't want that meme to weaken the cause.
Sure, I was going to post the meme. I was going to speak about.
No, I know, and that's why it was just in our group chat. But I didn't go on a social media rant about it.
Right, neither did I. But no. But the whole thing about it is with me is the with knowing that and seeing that, it means absolutely nothing to me. But now the conversation shifts from a girl dying, a teenager dying, to, well, she held guns. Now our conversation went from,
I just said, no, these are real pictures, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just to move on, because people often harp on, I feel like, the wrong thing. And I feel like people, that's what that meme was doing, was worrying about
but
the gun, or was it a gun case? It doesn't matter.
But no. My whole thing was it's stirring the pot because it's from
agree
the
with
news.
that. I agree
That's
with
it.
that.
That was my whole thing.
Yes, and to play devil's advocate, like I've said before, the media, they want attention, they want clicks,
Sure.
they want to shock, they want to do that.
Sure.
So they want to put up the most shocking picture.
They want a fear-driven society. It's easier.
And even to play devil's advocate a little bit more, let's all keep it 100. If you were looking through a couple Instagram things and you came through a girl and you saw hella pictures with guns, I'd definitely feel a type of like, ooh, shit. I would keep moving, regardless of death. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I definitely think that the things that we do today, we don't think that we're going to get put on a public platform tomorrow in lieu of a death or something. You know what I mean? Yeah. And she's only 18. How could you?
Yeah.
You know? But let's just say her father was a huge gun enthusiast.
Yeah.
And who's to
Took
say
her hunting all the time.
Who's to say that they went?
Who knows?
That's the thing that they did together. For all we know, you
Right.
know. But it does look. It doesn't look good when all of a sudden they start putting these photos out right after she gets killed. It's like
it sucks even more because I just want equality. I just want equal playing fields for everyone. So if you're going to do that for her, then I mean, fuck. For the murdered white kid, how about you post pictures of him on his hunting excursions, or you know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree with all that, so I don't want that to get misconstrued.
Let's get the level. Let's get the level playing.
Here's the thing too, so when a white kid, because a white kid will commit some fucking atrocity, right?
Sure.
And they'll find the picture of him at church smiling, dressed in his Sunday's best, right?
All the time.
Thank you.
And that's just another symptom of. They want the shocking picture. And that's this kid was the monster, but he looks so good. He looks so nice.
Yeah.
He had a nice family. They want the shocking story. And I feel like we have an investment in that. Part of that is our problem too, because we're the ones who click on the fucked up ass stories, myself included. If I see some crazy shit, I'm going to click on that and maybe not the smarter articles that I should be reading.
I didn't even know anything about the death on BART until you brought it up.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
The news is the same way. They have investors. They have stockholders. If
they're trying to make money.
If they don't meet quotas. So they don't give a fuck if it's fuck shit. If
they will feed us shit if we want to eat shit.
If a story was happy, made them money, they'd put it out.
Well, KTVU is also Fox brand, so let's cheers to them, right?
Yeah. And I just want to say, I think Frank Somerville is one of the good ones, so I don't want to attack him.
Fuck Frank Somerville.
I don't even.
I feel like he's one of the good ones.
If he didn't know that they were going to publish that picture, fuck that. He knew.
No, but
he knew.
But he took responsibility, and maybe he didn't even have to.
After the fact, after it circulated
so maybe
so much,
he had nothing to do with it.
No. After the fact, it circulated. That dude, that
was less than 24
hours. He's one of the head faces at KTVU, right or wrong.
Sure, a face.
Face. Fuck, dude. He's the leading anchor. Am I right?
I just feel like this is making an enemy out of an ally.
I'm attacking KTVU News, Frank Somerville, just their whole outlet as a fucking whole.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
the thing is he not the head anchor?
I don't know.
I think I'm almost positive it is. It's not Dennis Richmond anymore, is it?
I don't know. I don't watch the news, so I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
Well, whatever the case is, but if he was the one giving the heartfelt apology, then he felt some kind of way about it, and maybe he could have avoided that picture being circulated. So now everyone can go on the Instagram. He did it before.
I think it was a stand-up move for him to take responsibility and publicly say, "Hey, we fucked up."
After the fact.
Well, I mean, was he supposed to before the fact? Hey, we're about
before
to fuck
the
up.
fact, tell them to shut that picture down and don't even.
Maybe he didn't know. We don't know the story. That's what I'm saying. But he took responsibility.
It's doubtful.
I just see. I don't understand the idea of going so overboard. You're
I'm not
making enemies
overboard.
out of allies, though.
What?
I just think that's
what allies?
Yeah.
What allies?
I think Frank Somerville's an ally.
I don't think he is.
All right,
I think
disagree.
he's just on the. That's cool. I think he's the same pot as any fucking Fox News analyst that sits up there collecting a check, and is he? I mean, I'll call him a pawn because the headers are telling him what to do. And if he didn't fucking have any kind of way to stop that from being put out there, or any of the other fucking kids who fucking are blasted off with, I mean, not shown in the greatest light, because it's not just her. It's every fucking. I'll say minority, but I mean, for black kid, I rarely see them in good standing. Most of the time, it's a police officer killing another black, right? Mm-hmm. But they're still depicted as something fucking, some criminal element.
I 100% agree with all that. My thing is just always take the high road, and there's no reason to lop off more heads than need to be lopped off.
Yeah.
That's my only thing, because a lot of people, they overcorrect and they just go crazy.
But you gotta understand how much it's seen, how often this is seen.
It bothers me too. Like, trust me, I want to go.
For as much as it's seen, it can't always be turn the other cheek, like you're saying, Sco. It can't.
I think it has to be.
It can't. It's off. It's seen too often. We can't have the dialogue without someone being shown.
I think anger is fine. I'm not saying don't be angry. No. I was angry too. I'm just saying direct it in the right places. Take the high road. Don't weaken your cause with your own. I don't know what the word would be.
What cause? What causes you?
Anger, I guess. What?
What cause? Like I don't. Shit.
Equality.
I'm all about equality, but that's
I know. But I'm saying if
not shown by Frank Summers and staff.
Yeah, I disagree.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
that's
fuck.
Fine.
I mean, fuck. If that's the case,
I didn't mean the staff. I mean Frank Somerville. I think he seems to fight the good fight constantly.
Yeah, somebody else tried to say the same thing.
Yeah, I follow him on Facebook, and he's
fucking wonderful.
It's
great.
He works
for a whole bunch of pieces of shit.
He does.
And,
I agree with that.
I mean,
like I said, that means direct your anger at the right places. That's what I mean.
Well, I'm going to direct it at the person who fucking had the heartfelt apology that looked like bullshit to me. It didn't look heartfelt at all. It didn't. Sorry. But I've seen it too many times. And these news anchors who come on and make it seem like they're not playing the devil's advocate role. You know what I'm saying? I see it too much. So, I'll conclude my rant with that.
I just don't want the anger to cloud people's judgment and be irrational when
I didn't want it to be racially motivated, but that's what it turned into.
Of course not. But I'm saying, like, as hard as it is, as difficult as it is, when he got arrested on the BART platform, everyone's saying, why is he still alive, blah, blah. We can't have mob justice. You have to take the high road. You have to be the better person, as hard as it is. Because trust me, I wish I could stab that fucker in his neck too.
Sure.
But you have to take the high road, and I just feel like sometimes people get so angry, and I do too, that we let it cloud our judgment and behave.
When's the last time a mob mentality happened in the black community, bro? And they didn't protest?
It doesn't happen as much. It's more.
It doesn't happen at all. Just like Jay-Z said, nigga, they killed X, nigga, let Zimmerman live, nigga, the game is
It's
done.
happened a little bit.
They don't, no, there is no backlash.
The Dallas shooter.
Oh, God.
I'm just saying, there's examples.
We don't even know what race he was. Dude, do you know what race he was? I just seen his picture on the news. I didn't know. I didn't see any mugshots of him being taken into custody. he killed himself, right?
No, they killed him with a robot, which was fucking nuts.
Okay, yeah. So I can't, there's just certain things where it's like you could say take the high road, right? And that's all fine and dandy, right? Take the high road. We don't need more people driven to draw a divide in like the racial tension in the country already. We don't need that. But if it's this prevalent and this ongoing every fucking time,
I don't disagree with any of that.
I can't.
I feel like we're
can't,
arguing two different things, so I don't.
We're not even arguing. I'm just
I'm
just
debating.
ranting.
We're debating two different things. My debate is where to focus the anger.
Right.
That's all. That's my only debate because
ATVU and staff.
Sure.
Staff.
And I feel like he took responsibility, but calling him a piece of shit and he's blah blah.
He's a piece of shit.
Fuck Frank. I'm just kidding.
I don't think it's. I think.
Like I said, I think that's overcorrecting in certain ways.
There's no overcorrecting. There's no way to correct the situation. She's already dead.
If you take the high road, you will come out on top.
Yeah. No.
Yes. I feel like these racists are showing themselves.
Low man on totem pole usually loses. You know what I'm saying? It's a fact. That's what happens in black communities.
I think things will slowly get better if everyone keeps fighting the good fight. I have to have that optimism.
Sure.
Or else I wouldn't last.
No, I dig it. I understand.
That's all. I'm just like Michelle Obama said, when they go low, we go high. I try to live by that as much as my temperament will get me in trouble too. That's my only point.
My stance on it is I'm just over it.
Look, I hope that guy gets his fucking ass beat in jail.
I'm just so over
a little mob justice is fine.
I'm just so over all the fuck shit. I'm so over all the people that are trying to make a dime off of other people's tragedies, period. Whether it's on Instagram, YouTube, the news.
Yeah.
It's all profit based.
And what they don't even understand, though, is they're fanning the flame more by the reposts.
Exactly.
And I mean, I like...
And so for me, it's just like, if I just don't buy into it at all, and I feel horrible for the girl who died. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
you can feel horrible and not buy into it.
I'm glad I'm open-minded enough to where I would like to think that I can see through the lines, and just feel bad for people in general.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole gun photo thing does not matter at all. It has nothing to do with what happened.
The only reason why it matters to me at all is because the news does it every time.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't disagree with that.
They're the true MVPs.
I don't disagree with that at all.
It just doesn't make her look good.
No.
At a time where she should, has it been 24 hours? 36?
Yeah,
it's 36.
36 hours?
It hasn't been 48.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah. It only hits home when something happens to somebody under your roof. And then maybe, But fuck, dude. There's no hope right now in the society that we live in, where the clickbait news is, not looking for the lead story or ways.
No, it's getting worse and worse.
It is, and it's. But like I said, though, should we expect anything different? That's KTVU, Fox News.
Yeah, I don't.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't trust Fox at all.
I guess it's like my idea is like, let's just. An analogy, if I'm trying a new food place out, I'm not even going to say a type of food. If I try a new food place out, for whatever reason, if I don't get good service, if the food ain't good, and if it's overpriced, I just won't go back. I don't complain.
Right.
Ever. I don't send food back.
Sure.
I don't. We already know.
So what's worse, do you guys think? What's worse? So Fox News putting out the story, or KTVU News putting out the story, and showing like pretty much the country that image so that it's circulated around, or CNN not even posting the story? What do you think is worse?
I don't know. That's what happened? They didn't post it?
CNN has no.
I think if we stopped posting all the stories about negativity, then people wouldn't even have references. There's so many references.
That's what they do in Canada.
Imagine that.
Nah,
yeah.
I don't know, because they just had a tragic little mass shooting the other day, and the videos came out of the guy walking down the street just shooting at people indiscriminately.
8 people killed.
Yeah.
I don't think.
But are they not releasing like his info? Because that's what should happen.
I don't think they show it on their broadcasts on their news.
Well, the Nia story is different because he was on the run, so it was like,
okay,
you know, I was right because we should know,
right?
In that point.
Hell yeah.
But if they catch him like in the act, then yeah, we probably shouldn't say.
Well, just,
but to back to your other point, CNN is national news and KTVU is local.
No, I dig it.
So maybe that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just devil's advocate. I don't know.
No, I know. You know,
I just like I said, I just try to like look at the gray area.
Yeah,
because I feel like a lot of the things is just like in America's psyche
already.
And how do you get? How do you
implanted by the outlets that we receive, and not.
Well, I think it's a back and forth because, like I said, it's our attention.
Sure.
Our currency, especially now with the way things are going with automation, everything being online, everyone vying for our attention. Like our attention is our currency,
right?
And we need to spend our currency a little wiser.
Sure, I'll 100% agree with that.
That's like everyone that complains about the Kardashians, but then they still click and comment about the Kardashians. So I feel like it's a give and take, and it's obviously not perfect and probably never will be.
No, these are some of the reasons. These are some of the stories that I'm not as privy to because I'm not on social media that much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I've said it before. Social media is the devil. I think that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? I mean, unless used for fucking for resources.
Yeah.
I don't think. I think it stirs the pot.
I feel like there's really nothing wrong with social media, but humans, like society, we weren't ready for it. Like if we could have eased into it over the course of a couple generations,
How old
maybe
is it? What?
10 years,
10
maybe.
years,
like
15
MySpace
years?
was like the first big one that popped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like we're like fucking chickens with our heads cut off, and we don't know what's what.
Yeah.
You know, we got everyone vying for attention, everyone trying to shock, everyone trying to scam people.
Yeah.
Other countries trying to influence other countries.
Right.
It's fucking nobody knows what the fuck's going on. It's chaos in social media.
There's people who know what's going on. They're called the 1%.
Oh yeah.
It's very simple. In my
Stir
eyes.
that pot.
Yeah, it's so simple. So it's like, I know Sco has the idea if we keep thinking positive. I'm so far past all that. Because when 99% means fuck,
the 1% wants you to think that, though.
But that's how it is.
But that's what, and that, is it, or is that?
Yes. It's shown in our face every day, all day.
I don't know. I disagree.
Why?
I disagree. I think things slowly get better if we keep our foot on the pedal.
As a people.
Yeah, overall, there's still obviously, and if you go on a micro scale, it's different. But on a bigger scale, same-sex marriage, that's very recent, right? Legalizing marijuana is sweeping the country, right? I feel
horrible.
like
that the whole.
That was that. I disagree with that point too, but
yeah, it's kind of.
I know weed smokers disagree.
Wait until it's legal federally. Because that's Trump's next plan.
How did it?
No, I know, but I'm saying you keep your foot on the gas. You keep pushing. The reason is I don't mind regulation. I think it's a good thing.
It depends on what crumb. If they can make money off of the crumb they give you, then they'll give you that crumb.
Right.
This is
just
where
the crumb. Let's not get things twisted.
This is where my idea of the 1% changes.
You're eating out the hand of the 1%.
I'm so dissatisfied in the marijuana laws now that they've been. I am far more illegal now that it's legal than I ever was while it was illegal. So for me, the marijuana laws make absolutely no sense. And if it wasn't for guys like people I know, there's no way that weed would have been so prevalent to even be passed, to even been on the agenda. And there's no room for any guys like me, and that's how it is in every single industry. No matter if it's beer, weed, envelopes, it does not matter. It does not matter.
I agree with that. That's why I think there should be more regulation, because I think that'll help the little guy.
It's past all that. The people who are sitting at both ends of the spectrum are the guys who hold all the money and all the power.
We don't disagree with that. That is true. That's just a fact. But where I differ is I don't think the 1% has total power. and I think we can still keep pushing the barometer in the correct direction.
You're saying
they spend all their money to
Have
influence.
you ever played poker?
But you're saying the total power is held by us because we're consumers and we're going to feed into.
Have you ever played poker?
Right?
But the balance is going away from us.
Have you ever played poker? If 100 people went into a poker contest and one person has 100 times the whole room, guess who's going to win that poker tournament?
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
See, I'm not disagreeing with that. I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying. I'm saying they don't have the puppet strings. We can still keep pushing. See, I disagree with that.
They do. It's
getting closer and closer to that.
The header of Fox News is a part of the 1%. Yep. He's pulling whatever strings. He's taking whatever calls. He holds a lot of puppets in his pocket, bro.
Look.
It's the country's decided, but this is the thing, though.
I'm not saying it's easy.
No. This is the thing, though. As a country, right?
It's not about being easy.
It's been this way since the beginning. What would give anyone the notion to think that something's gonna sway or change? Since the founding fathers, since motherfuckers were strychnining fucking blankets for buffalo for Indians, right? This has been going on. It's not new.
Greed isn't new,
right?
Exactly.
But okay, there's the Industrial Revolution.
So
things like minimum wage, all the safety nets, those weren't good changes. The New Deal wasn't a good change. These changes can be made despite the crazy riches
those
of
changes
people.
were still made, and the 1% benefited.
No, they benefit in waves.
And most of the time, there's any change, it's just like how Walmart does.
Right.
We've got water on sale because we just hiked the price up of Modelo. So yeah, the water might be on sale, but they're still going to make more money on the hike of that Modelo. They're going to bring you in because they know you want water.
Right.
And there's a water sale. Run.
Right.
That's how everything is smoke and mirrors. Everything. From the food we eat, the advertisements. Name one product that's advertised as what it actually does. I can't think of anything.
That you won't need another for. That you won't need another something else.
Everything in this world.
You need the crackers, right? But
I am
the crackers
so
are $5 if the water's
that
$1.
it's literally made me like home. It's just I don't even hear it anymore. It's just I just know it is that way. It's like the way people drive. Everybody's trying to fuck you constantly. Can I just if you give an inch, they're gonna. I can only deal with me and my little circle and my little community and my little son. And I try and just be as loving with these people as I possibly can.
Yeah, no, I'll explain that to one of my buddies
if I step on somebody's toes, hey, my bad.
Who goes into, full drawn out rants, and I think it's affecting his days about, the presidency and, he's independent, libertarian. Most of his viewpoints align with that. But he's constantly making the case for Democrats and shitting on Republicans. That kind of puts him more in a circle with Democrats. But I tell him, hey man, like we get in this van, I don't want to hear about that shit. Seems like it's negatively affecting your day. Maybe staying away from that topic of discussion right now be in your best interest. Maybe, I don't know.
In his best interest or in everybody's best interest? I don't think sticking your head in the sand is in anybody's best interest.
For the time being, for him specifically, when we're in the work van, it would probably be beneficial to him, so it doesn't play to his mood strings.
My point when I said that when I don't go to a restaurant, there was a point to that. It's not because I don't want to deal with their shit. It's that's my only power. So if I can try and not contribute to the fuck shit as much as I possibly can.
Right.
And stay away from it, I'm not giving them the power they need to keep going, whether it's through tax money, whether it's through my revenue.
Well, you don't have a Facebook, right, Bert?
I don't have Facebook.
You have an Instagram, right?
I don't have an Instagram.
Twitter? You got a Twitter?
I don't have Twitter.
You're Bert. You don't tweet?
I got a Twitter for crypto. I follow 30 people 40 people follow me, maybe.
Yeah.
Those are exaggerations, I bet.
Right, sure, yeah.
I mean, this is just to hear what's going on in the crypto world.
Hey, and not constantly beating down the topic of.
I've never posted a picture of myself.
Just like not beating down the topic of a piece of shit president that everybody knows is a piece of shit already, except the people that support him. That's not sticking your head in the sand. That's kind of worrying about what's on your plate. I'd rather I have a home life. Things that I don't need to be concerned with. Partially, me not having the Instagram or putting it on hiatus for a little while was because I didn't want to feed into the fuck shit. Right?
I don't want to see what one of my random person that when I see you in person, you're probably not going to even say hi anyways. I don't want to see what you had for breakfast.
I don't want to stir the emotion to where the point I'm like, damn, you know what? This was racially motivated. Fuck, dude. What's that white dude doing? What's that white dude doing? Oh shit, he's behind me. Like, I don't need that on my psyche. So with everything that you take in, just know something is being implemented in the back of your fucking brain.
And where were the other two people that died on BART? How come nobody spoke on those situations?
Because it wasn't clickbait. Because it wasn't racially drawing attention.
Exactly. So what makes one life more important?
They get to choose that.
That's why
the KTVUs in Somerville.
I just try and just let it go. I hear little tidbits here and there.
You're not always on the bullshit, Sco. You're not always on the bullshit. But when you do hear about shit like this, you can't say it doesn't deflate your day a little bit.
Of course it does.
See, so it's like, fuck, if we weren't always steering the ship towards the, I mean, it's relevant for the show.
I try to look at happy shit too.
Yeah, of course. Don't we all?
But this is the thing.
50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather, they're killing me right now. I'm dying of laughter every time I look at fucking.
That's breaking my heart too.
That's more fuck shit. I could never even.
That shit.
I would never put my click on that.
It's hysterical to me.
It's breaking my heart. But
I would never. I have no idea what they're going through because every time I've seen that on YouTube, I'm like, why would I invest a piece of my time?
Right.
Because my time is so valuable. Why would I invest my time? That makes no sense.
This is my overall point, which was like 40 minutes ago. In Texas, the incumbent, Ted Cruz, backed by the Koch brothers, backed by the 1%.
Right.
Beto O'Rourke is outfunding him with small donations by like ridiculous numbers. So my point is,
he's still going to lose.
He might because it's a deep red state.
He'll get fucking killed if he does.
It's a deep red state.
He's dealing with some powers that
then we deal with that. But
no, we don't. Look at the Clintons.
Okay, you don't.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep fighting.
How?
I've donated like 3 times to Beto. I've donated to Beto. I donated to Allison Hart. I donated to Allison Hart lost to Feinstein. And I donated to
Dianne Feinstein?
Kenyella. What?
Feinstein? Dianne Feinstein?
Yeah.
Okay.
She lost against
She wasn't going anywhere, right?
No, she might not. She's but
she's a household name.
But the young lady beat the incumbent Democrat for the primary
in New York. Yeah.
Right, so I'm supporting her too. I'll probably donate.
She's what? She's not a Democrat or Republican. She's what? She's something else.
Democratic Socialist.
Oh, Socialist. Okay,
she's a Bernie-crat, basically.
Okay, all right.
I'm going to support her too. I'm going to keep supporting. I'm going to keep fighting. I feel like I have a civic duty to make things better for the generation that comes behind me. I'm not attacking you guys.
No, that's
but I'm saying I'm not gonna bow out because it makes me feel bad.
No, that's a stand-up quality right there, player. Real talk. For you to see all the bullshit, because you see probably more than me. You probably see more than Bird. I probably see more than Bird. And you still, you're a stand-up dude. I respect it.
No, that kind of shit does kill your day. This story with Nia Wilson,
yeah.
I mean, that fucking floored me. Like, that shit is a nightmare.
It didn't surprise me.
It didn't, dude. I wasn't surprised.
It didn't floor me.
Only at the fact that I was like,
I'm expecting it.
I didn't mean floor me as in I was shocked. I meant floor me as made me feel sad.
On that note,
I didn't mean I wasn't shocked.
No. I like I said,
I'm like waiting for it. Like,
being sad though is different from when you find out, fuck, we need more division in this country. It's great. White dude killed her. Fuck, that's
Yeah.
Now what's his agenda? Now what was his oh shit, they have pictures of him in skinhead uniform? Oh fuck.
I haven't seen that. I gotta look that up.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
actually, maybe I shouldn't.
I mean, but that's what I'm saying though. But see, what if it wasn't racially profiled? What if it wasn't racially motivated? And the media again has got their hand in that.
Well, I think his Twitter, garb, whatever he was wearing, Twitter already went off before media even had a chance. Social media is so fucking crazy now.
Yeah,
like outrage culture and shit. They'll
immediately.
Immediately. So I mean, who knows now? That was my point with the chaos. Who fucking knows? Right. Now? And I don't think humans we weren't ready for that shit.
No,
we don't know what's going on. But what I was saying is, look, I understand. But I feel like the 1% wants you to unplug. That's why I don't unplug, because that's what they want. They don't want me to be involved. They don't want me to donate. They don't want me to vote. They don't want me to do all that shit, but I'm going to show up.
Then it does. Then I'm not going to say it doesn't weigh heavy on your mind like that.
Sure, it does.
But to be honest with you, like I said, I have a home life. I have a family. If I dedicated X amount of hours to sopping up this bullshit that they have on social media, that they have on our KTVU is the hottest news source in the Bay Area, right? If I indulged in that as much as the next man would, then I'd probably be cutting myself short in my family time. Why not worry about my family?
I haven't watched local news in forever anyways, so I don't know what they're saying or.
Yeah, but like it's just I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'm doing what I can. That's all I can do.
My thing is what I've been my main point to things is that they want us to live in fear and they want us to be scared of each other. They don't want us to do what we're doing right now.
No,
for sure.
They don't
having dialogue.
So what I do is I ride BART on a fucking frequently. Come fuck with me and I'll bust your fucking head on BART.
Right.
I'm standing waiting for it. Waiting. At the same sense, I just want to get to Oakland so I can ride my little bicycle.
Yeah.
Enjoy my time.
Yeah, I just want to enjoy myself.
Right.
And unfortunately, I like to have a couple cervezas.
Yeah.
And it's nice to be able to take part and not have to,
Yeah.
I'm minding my own business. I'm not loud. I don't have my music playing. My point is that I don't want to be involved in the hatred. I don't want to be involved in the feelings of oppression.
Point.
Yeah, the feelings of oppression.
Even as much as these stories bother me, I don't let it.
The feelings of oppression.
I don't let the hatred take over.
The feelings of oppression. After a while, it's just like, you mean to tell me, why have kids?
It's kind of this.
Why
is the
have
thing.
kids?
It's harder for me to feel that way, right? And be like in this scenario right here, it's hard for me to feel the way you feel, right? Because one being I'm fucking half black. Shocker. You guys fucking got me, right? The other is I have a fucking child who's a mixed race baby. And I have to worry about him one day growing up in this shithole of a system where the government doesn't give a fuck unless it's collecting a check, more than likely. I don't know the facts of that. But I have to have him grow up in society. And more than likely, he's going to be drawn into the Instagram as all kids are and the social media outlets as all kids fucking are, right? And I got to explain to him one day why a black kid who's just been killed is being painted as something that they're not.
It's going to be a lot more than explanation. My sister's got a child, a Jamaican man, and we talked about it from the time she was pregnant. She was like, I'm just going to have to teach him to be the most respectful man that I can possibly be, that don't take no shit, but in a complete different way. Just no take no shit like I'm going the other way.
Right.
I'm not dealing with nobody's fuck shit. If the cops talk to you, keep your hands right where they can see them, and talk very softly. That's the only thing you can do. And I would keep your words as short as possible.
I would like to, one of these podcasts, deep dive on like police reform, law enforcement reform.
That's a very good topic.
Because it's
I think it's
militarized
police. Done with one thing. If you I don't know if I spoke on this on podcast. Back in the days before they had cars, cops actually had to police the communities in which they lived in.
Yeah.
So when you had to see the guy you're arresting at church, the grocery store, at all the shit, you're probably going to treat people a little different.
Yeah.
But when cops come from Dublin,
and police
to police Hunters Point,
right,
that's an issue.
Yeah.
And when people come from San Bruno, to police,
well, it's not
Oakland.
Yeah,
that's an issue.
But you also have to understand,
that's an issue.
What they're being briefed on, what news topics they're watching.
It's all money. It's all money.
The same way,
it's all money and how much money they can get by the state. But so they have to create numbers.
The same fear-driven society that's poured onto white folks who are afraid of minorities and black folks or whatever.
Police.
No, wait. No. They are just as afraid.
I said we should do this on another podcast.
Oh, well,
I feel like we could talk about this for hours.
No, but they're just as afraid, though, as the people that are soaking up the news, depicting. Fuck, I keep saying that.
That's what I was saying about. That's what I was saying about society's psyche is black people are more dangerous.
Yeah.
So these cops have that. They might not even think they're racist. They might 100% take a lie detector test, which are bullshit, by the way. They're not real. But say they were real, they could say that and say, no, I'm not racist. I have nothing to, but it's in their psyche and they don't realize it.
Let's also be sure, though, to know that police officers were only formed to begin with to collect slaves.
Is that true?
That's a fact.
I'm
not saying it to question. I just didn't know if that was.
In the last month,
fact.
Somebody check this. In the last month, Oakland had just done a private investigation to see if they've got or how to measure their racism, and everybody's blown away, big time, very blown away.
But they're progressive. You kidding me?
Police are never progressive.
No, but they police the most progressive area in the United States.
They protect the techies and the nice people from the big scary black guys. That's what they do.
Well, I was
unless you're Montel Williams.
Joke's on me.
Why? What was that?
Montel Williams was going to be a huge investor into the cannabis industry a couple years back, and they were just they were ripping red tape up for that dude left and right.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
I mean, big name, big money. Here we go. You can do whatever you'd like.
Well, I just don't think there's no easy solution to any of this shit. And that's why I try to see the bigger picture. And like I said,
there is a solution. Keep your eyes on the white dudes.
The solution's, I think, what we're doing right now. I think the solution is using
open dialogue.
Using this podcast. Not ever. I'm commending us on that. We don't use clickbait. We easily could. We could easily throw pictures and fuck shit.
Well, this is kind of clickbaity, though. Like this whole topic with
no, we're discussing it, but whether or not we put a picture of her with a gun on the picture of the cover art. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what we're not.
No, we're going to use a real wholesome picture. For
we will.
We would like to find a nice,
thorough,
humbling picture of her, and maybe her family.
Sure,
because it sounds like they had a wonderful family.
Yeah. I feel like with this podcast, with my web series, all that, like I want to grow organically. I don't want to.
Thank you.
I don't want to be bullshit.
Yeah. There's something to it.
I want to bend.
Maybe KTVU should pick up. You know what I mean?
I want to bend some ears and minds and stuff, and not just.
We don't have much power. You are correct in that, but I feel like we have more power than you two may think we do.
I believe we have power in what we're doing today.
Sure.
He has power in being able to speak this because, yes, 50 people, 100 people, 1,000 people heard it. But those, we talked before, are seeds. You know what I mean?
Right.
Mm-hmm. And if somebody agrees or doesn't, at least they get to hear a real spin on it. Because we don't have, nobody's funding this.
Right.
Yeah.
We paid for this.
Sure.
You paid for this.
Yeah. Right.
Nobody's putting money in our pockets to make us say shit.
Yeah.
And the fuck shit.
But if anyone wants me to sell out,
By
hit
the
me
way,
up
if you
on-
want to,
You said that before, and then remake. You're not selling
kidding.
out,
Yeah,
but
no.
but then, like, I want to make it clear too to people that listen to this or watch this on YouTube. You know, I don't like these topics on the Humble Finessors. I don't.
I don't either. I like the fun.
I like
being
I do
funny.
too.
that's it.
Hey, I do too.
But
And I don't like
that takes our power away.
Right, but no, I don't like the fact that, you know,
We're white.
If you have come on, player. We're white. Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, you know.
Hey, one drop rule, buddy.
Hey, no, I know.
What'd you fucking call me?
Hey, no, but like, the thing about it is, the reason why I don't like usually having these kind of discussions on here is because you can have a varying opinion from minds about certain details of it, and maybe one of the minority listeners doesn't like your opinion, and then they form an opinion about you.
Yeah.
Right.
I always feel like that may be the case when really I just want to take the high road.
Right. I don't. That's why I don't like having these discussions.
We
on the
agree
podcast.
a lot more than I think we disagree. I can say that on topics.
I don't
Certain topics.
I feel like the meat and potatoes of the topics we agree almost completely.
Yeah.
I just
Our
use
routes there and after are different.
Exactly. And when it comes to this guy, any of the white supremacists, I want to beat them with baseball bats. I want to do that, but that kind of shit doesn't help. So I would hope that any non-white people listening don't think that I'm
No. See,
Not
but
for the
that's the
cause.
thing, though. Too. That's the thing, because, like, you know, we got a ton of other people listening to this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I have strong opinions about minor details that are going on in the United States right now regarding racism and the divide. And I don't want people to think this is why I don't like these topics, because I don't want to give people the impression that I'm not for all people, all races, all nationalities, gender, and creeds. You know what I'm saying? I'm about all of them.
It's outrage culture, so they'll take one thing you said and be like, "Oh, so
Correct.
you mean this way over there?"
Correct.
Like, no, I was just nudging it a little bit. Like, oh no, wait, maybe this route is a little smarter.
Right.
That's like that'll be my point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not.
I'm not.
Or them saying "fuck the Humble Finessors" altogether because somebody said one point or something.
Right,
you know?
exactly. And I'm not trying to see, this is the thing with me too. When we have these topics, or we're talking about religion or whatever, I'm not trying to change anyone's mind. If in a situation where it is political, religion, race-wise, if someone's mind has to be changed, guess what? They're already opposed to what you believe. Leave them there. Let them have that.
I think people in general try to change people's minds in the wrong way.
Right.
By attacking them, by calling them names, by calling them stupid.
Yeah.
That was like the whole Trump supporters' whole fucking defense was like, oh, well, you guys called us dumb and rednecks, so we voted for this piece of shit.
Yeah, well, they were going to do that anyway, though.
No, they were, but I'm saying they use that as like, you guys... They call liberal snowflakes, but then they're the ones like, oh, we voted for this fucking psycho.
My buddy says that shit all the fucking time.
Oh, it's so funny. I've got a lot of buddies that are like, I cannot believe I didn't think he'd go this far. Like, what the fuck did you? How did you?
They call it Trump Gret.
Voted for him.
I know a bunch of people that voted for
Trump Gret.
Wow.
I mean, we can't talk at all.
What were they?
No talks.
Like in a sense
And
like that.
And one of my boys that did has 3 girls.
Oh,
That's
shit.
insane.
Is that not insane?
That is insane.
I'm not saying
That's
no
why I
names.
feel if you voted for Trump, someday you're gonna have to answer for that to your grandchildren.
Yeah.
Like, why did you vote for our Joseph Stalin? You know what I mean? Like, our fucking, he's trying. He's not as smart or cunning as any of those fucking fuckers were.
He'll never be selling out shows to speak to young businessmen for $500K.
I'm not.
No one's
he
gonna
tried to do that.
No one's going to hire him.
He tried to do that
for
with
him
the
to
Trump
give
University.
a pep talk.
I'm
you know
not-
what I'm saying? It's not going to happen.
I'm not psychic, but if you guys think that the fuck shit that he's pulled right now and as of late has got some eyebrows raised, wait until we hear about the shit that's gone on out once he's gotten out. Because if this little shit that's going on, just wait.
Well, look,
Just wait, because there's a narrative. Trump was crazy. I can't believe it. The 1% is going to blame him. Yeah. It wasn't us.
Some of them are already trying to distance themselves.
Exactly.
Right.
So they're going to... why do you think we had a crazy president? It wasn't us pushing any narrative.
He's teaming with Putin because he's losing.
Yeah.
Teamed.
Yeah.
Look, it's very telling.
Pardon me.
It's very telling that he won the presidency close to 2 years ago now, and he's still holding rallies.
Who does that?
There's only one type of
shit.
There's only one type of leader that holds rallies while they're in office.
Right.
Like that.
It's a failing one.
No, it's a fascist one.
I think he's failing though.
I'm not saying he wasn't failing. I'm saying it was a fascist dictator is what does that.
Until he pulls the carpet from underneath the federal, statute and fucking tells everyone that weed is now legal for everyone.
Jeff
Smoke with it
Sessions
how
won't
you
let
please.
him do that.
I will disagree because he's going to lose votes this next term. He's not gaining votes this next term. And whatever way to hang on to the votes and maybe sway a couple people's opinion, who's on the fence already, right?
Yeah.
Why not legalize marijuana? Why not?
That's a problem, I think, in our country in general is one-issue voters.
Yeah, well,
they will agree with someone
99%,
and then 1% will be some random thing, and they're like, "Oh, well, fuck you, I'm voting for the other guy."
Right?
It's like,
he's allowing weed. Oh, I know he used to be in the Holocaust, but hey, he's going to allow weed.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Run it in.
Hitler let us smoke crystal meth.
Yeah,
he invented this stuff to keep us up.
Did you hear that? Like, they say Hitler was probably on some heavy shit.
Oh, dude, he was fucking strung out, dude.
It's crazy.
Yeah, strung out.
Everybody who fought them were like, dude, how the fuck did they get here so fast? So we had to sleep. Our soldiers had to fucking sleep.
Yeah. These motherfuckers were trekking 25 miles in the snow.
Yeah.
Taking apart alarm clocks.
Right.
That's crazy.
Dude.
Have you guys ever watched Band of Brothers?
I did. It's fucking great.
It's fucking one of the best miniseries ever.
If it's a series, no.
It's a 10-part series on HBO. Please watch it.
You gotta watch it.
It's fucking.
I'm always
phenomenal.
I'm always fucking with you guys. Like, show me what to watch. Show me.
Yeah.
I watch.
That came out 15 years ago.
You said the Robin Williams. Guess what I watched last night?
That was good. R.I.P. Robin.
Bro,
that was the dude.
It's gonna shed a tear.
I feel like
Excuse me.
I feel like the Bay Area has been a little darker ever since he left.
There's a fucking shadow looming over us, bro, with a whole bunch of fucking fuck shit going on.
Man,
I just don't.
Do you
I don't
know
understand.
that he was a bicycle enthusiast? By the way, he'd go on 60-mile rides.
Really?
Well, he was one of those fat dudes in the suits with the.
He wasn't
helmet.
fat, dude. He wasn't never fat.
He was just.
You guys
stocky.
see him though, right?
He was just stocky.
right?
He always had his shit.
Yeah.
You guys see him with the
day
with the gear.
Yeah.
With the gear, just
what's
tits
cool?
hanging and
Bro,
You know
he
what's-
didn't have tits. To the day he died, he had pecs. Like, dude was. If I looked at,
He was stocky. He was just.
Was he?
stocky.
Yes.
But there was
Furry as
there
fuck.
was times where he got a little.
He was
chubby,
on the heavier side.
like Patch Adams era. I think he
Yeah.
was a little bit.
Yeah.
But anyways,
he was heavier during Hook. Fuck off.
Yeah,
What do
he
you
was.
think?
He was.
the one with Matt Damon.
Goodwill Hunting.
Goodwill Hunting. He was heavy.
He had a couple extra.
Yeah. Biting. heavy.
He said he was an avid gamer. He even
great.
named his daughter Zelda.
Really?
Yeah, so he's an avid gamer. He talked about in an interview, he said he played, he loved this game called Day of Defeat. It was a modification for Half-Life and Half-Life 2. I played that shit for like 10 years. So I like to think like I played with Robin at some point.
What do you guys
I played with
think
Robin.
about? What do you guys think about though? Like the whole Hollywood image thing though. Do you think maybe he had some kind of dirt on him, or did he die from like the Prince Michael Jackson hysteria, the drugs? Was it just the drugs?
No,
or
he
did
had
they
a
have some
disease.
Kind of,
He had a mind-melting disease.
Yeah, and
so he hung himself from that.
Yeah, because he didn't want to go through it. Like he
You
was.
know, they said they found him with his dick in his hand, right?
I don't think that's true.
Don't say that.
I swear to hey, there is
I'm pretty sure that's not true.
Rumor mill. There is a rumor. Robin Williams.
Can we just give this man the honor of look this up, please?
R.I.P. Robin Williams.
R.I.P.,
I'm not saying.
yeah.
I'm not saying.
Who's going to tie dick in the hand? By the way,
But what I am going to say though is the fact that there's a thing that.
That was the guy from Kung Fu killed himself doing that.
Well,
Autoerotic asphyxiation.
A lot of Hollywood actors that have or the guy from, what's the dude's name? The guy from Lincoln Park. They said they found him the same way, dick in hand, being choked out.
Really?
It just went wrong. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah,
I'm a
I
Robin
think
Williams
those are
fan.
rumors for people to they want the attention and the
Rumor
shock.
mill, clickbait. There you go.
But no, Robin Williams had a very
Parkinson's?
it's like that. It's called like Louis something.
Oh, Lou Gehrig disease?
No, Louis dementia, some sort of dementia type thing.
Yeah.
And he was losing memory. He was losing like cognitive functions, and he didn't want to deal with it.
Yeah. I mean, it would paint it right. It would paint it right for it to be like that and not cock in hand.
Yeah.
It would.
Well, his whole life was built off his fuel was making people laugh. There was
Right.
something about him that needed to make people laugh. And I think that if he started losing his brain like that, then he was unable to make people laugh. Well, what's the point?
You got kids?
Oh, I'm not saying...
I'm saying for him, though. He's got kids. That's the point.
Yeah.
I mean,
but if you're going to be, quote-unquote, a burden, medically,
money will pay for everything, bro. He wasn't
not your
starving.
family to be around. You can get help, but you can't make them be there.
Well,
That's rough. Drag them through that. You're going to die anyways.
Yeah, it's true. But
There's so many different ways to look at it.
that was a dark glimpse at me playing the devil's advocate. I should probably lay off. But
I'm
a huge fan of Robin Williams.
I'm reading the details, and it said he actually cut his wrist too. So they found a knife with blood on it, so he cut his wrist and put a belt around his neck.
Well, rumor debunked.
Good.
But hey, it's
Okay.
the news. They could be lying.
They could be lying. Not lying, but dictating what they want you to
Yeah.
see. Definitely. They could definitely add tidbits in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, my closing thoughts is I just want people to be involved.
Don't we
that's
all?
Look, I'm
Involved how, though? Involved to the
just
point
involved.
where it
This
fucking ruins your day? Involved how?
No. Like he said, this podcast is a good start.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
This is
dig it.
good.
I dig it.
But I'm a nobody. I have no money. $0, guys. And, I try to do what I can. And in fact, Something or Other Tour episode coming out this week at the Manzanar Japanese internment camps. Very powerful episode.
We'll pay you guys to give a fuck. But go ahead. Keep going what you're saying, dog.
I'm saying that's my power is shine
I'm
light.
fucking-
Shine light with videos and podcasts. I don't, maybe someday I'll have the financial backing and I'll be in the 1% and I'll crush all those other motherfuckers in the 1%.
You're staring deeply into the camera with that glare.
Because,
think
man,
we're gonna do
it's
something?
very hard to get into the 1% without doing shitty things or being a shitty
Got to be
For
a
sure.
Fight Club. We got to Fight Club this.
For sure.
No, I'm not. You think I'm kidding?
I'll throw the first blow. It's all
All
right.
members.
Yeah.
We got a Fight
First rule
Club.
of Fight
this
Club,
thing.
you don't talk about Fight Club.
Well, you remember the end of that shit, right? Didn't they go like cataclysmic and blow up credit and all that?
All that shit.
Well, that's the way you'd really knock them. That's the
Well,
only.
no,
the only
I
power
think I
we do
tweeted
have.
it. I think I tweeted it. Something about how some of these people aren't going to let up until people start going over the walls with knives in their mouths. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like fucking bandits and shit.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. Like these protests, a lot of them, I'm like, take it to the gated community where they're living.
Yeah, you're doing that in the hood, guys.
Yeah.
Or they'll do it in a commercial district of a city. It's like, well, they go home at 5 p.m. They don't give a
They'll
fuck.
be hit with hollow points if they go to the rich neighborhoods. I'll tell you what, there ain't going to be no fucking beanbags out there.
That is true.
She's stirring up commotion out there.
But
you
fuck
get killed.
it. That's is that not? I don't understand why that's not
An option?
Yeah, but actually,
people have families and shit? I mean,
some of the cities, I think probably most cities. I don't know if it's federal, but they do have laws against like you can't protest in residential neighborhoods and shit
Mm-hmm.
like that. But if 10,000 people show up. 20,000 people. If they start showing up at these gated communities, start going over those walls.
I don't know, man.
Like Tupac used to say, "There's only so long that I'm going to ask."
Knock
to come
on the door and
There's
ask
only
for food.
So long.
Yeah. Well,
It's only so long.
That's what I'm
That's
saying,
kind of
like-
where I'm
yeah.
at. I'm just
like I said, I
okay,
feel like we
I don't
agree.
get no food. I see you. I'm not even going to look in your fucking windows.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to watch you drive. I don't even want to. Okay.
Yeah, see,
But sooner or later.
I think we all agree on that. I just think we have a little more power. We don't have a lot. We have a little more power. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I said, Beto O'Rourke is a good example right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And November is going to be telling. Very telling.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
But yeah, anything else? Final thoughts?
No final thoughts. Just R.I.P.
Nia Wilson.
Nia Wilson. Hold on, I still got the other guy's names up here. R.I.P. Where's the guy's name? Gerald Bisbee. R.I.P. Don Stevens. All right, all three guys were slain in the last week. Shout out to KTVU. Keep doing the bang up job on your work. We love it. Yeah, it's about it, right? You guys want to put some wrappings on this?
We'll let you continue to do that. This is your sode. You can go ahead and take us out, Dave.
Right,
Sing him a song.
You guys fucking follow all the outlets out there. Humble Finessors signing off. This is your boy Ave. AVE. Better yet,
Ave Thunder.
Yeah, Ave Thunder. Watch out for those honkies, huh? Signing off.
All right. Can we actually just round of applause that Ivanka Trump's fashion line is shutting down?
I didn't even know some bitch had one.
Didn't
even know bitch had one.
Yeah, nobody gives a fuck about your fashion, Ivanka.
Yeah,
all right. Signing off.
You're up. Cheers, people.
She did show her tits.
The Humble
I think you're on a list now.
Finessors
Cheers.
on air with Ave and Dylan Sesco.
Sweet, sweet life. Sweet life. Sweet life. Sweet life.